Okay, so we can start our webinar for our BIM 360. Before we start, I want to introduce myself. I'm Carol Poon from Autodesk, and I'm the technical manager for the AEC industry. And today our topic is about BIM 360. So when you use the BIM 360 platform, so you can run very well for your BIM competition of CIC. Okay, so let's have some background information of our cloud solution. Actually, BIM 360 is our cloud platform. Whenever you see our solutions with 360, which means it is related to the cloud. Okay, let's take a look at this picture. You see that there are three bubbles here, the A360, A360 Drive, and Online Viewer. Actually, they are a cloud-based solution. Once you have registered the Autodesk account, so you can enjoy our free service for A360, which is a free storage with 5 GB, and it can run about one single project. And the free A360 Drive, which allows you to synchronize your documents or drawings from your computer to the cloud platform automatically. And actually, the Online Viewer is very powerful solution. Just imagine a scenario. If you have received a Revit 2019 file from your client or from your classmate, however, your computer that has not installed any Autodesk software or Revit or AutoCAD, but you are in urgent to see the file. So you can go to our Online Viewer, just drag and drop the file onto that web page. So our cloud engine will automatically open your file or model for you to view and read. And it has about 30 days temporary storage of your project. So beyond running one single project, in our reality, for example, a general contractor, it may has a lot of projects to run at the same time. So they have to use a professional cloud-based solution. This is BIM 360. And actually, we have BIM 360 team, docs, Google, or Phil previously. So some clients may be very confused that what kind of BIM cloud solutions should I use? So we have combined all these BIM 360 team, docs, Google, Phil into one single platform, which is named the BIM 360, or the next generation of BIM 360. And the old one, the old 360 elements, we call it classic glue, classic docs, classic fill, etc. And for the Fusion 360, the yellow bubble on your left-hand side, which is for manufacturing. AEC is for architecture, engineering, and construction. So we combine all these items to the new platform since April 2018. Okay, this is a picture to explain more clearly. So you can see in the past, we have the different database of different BIM 360 solutions. So we combine it into one single platform, BIM 360. And now we also call it as a connected BIM platform, because all parties and all functions can be accessed by one single platform. So in this new BIM 360 platform, we have 4 major components or 4 packages. The first one and the most important one is the docs, and then which is the blue one. And then the next one, design, is for design collaboration. I will explain more in details later. Glue is for model coordination or clash detection. Build is for on-site operation, such as safety issue, project management, or RFI, request for information. Okay, and on your right-hand side is the module, which is contained in different packages on those puzzles. I'll explain more. Okay. So in this diagram, you see the header. The gray header, which is from your left-hand side, is the conceptual design, detailed design, construction or pre-construction. And then the last one is commissioning, which means it represents different building life cycle stages. So for the first blue bar, design collaboration, which is also the major function of the design, the green puzzle here, which means once you have to work in our Revit. Revit is our major BIM software of Autodesk. Once you have to work in the Revit model, you have to collaborate with others. Maybe either traditional or the old practice, we only put a folder in our company drive, and then everyone can access this folder to link our file or to edit this Revit model. So you cannot manage the versions or manage who can access to the model. So some messy things will happen, which is not ideal for collaboration. And that's why we have to use the 360 design for our collaboration, and also we have to use it for our CIC BIM competition project. And you see the document management. The second bar is, which means the blue puzzle here on your right, on the right top right corner. The document management allows you to store all the CAD, PDF, or Revit files into one single platform, and it has unlimited storage on that BIM 360, and which accepts about more than 30 file formats. Also, it can allow you to do some markup or issue and do some version comparison between different models or drawings, which is a very powerful tool for you to manage all the documents of a project. And for the third one is the model coordination or the glue, which means it is somehow like our Navisworks. Navisworks is also a software, a standalone software for you to merge different types of files into one single source, and then you can do some clash detection in Navisworks. And for our convenience and technology advancement, we can use the glue or model coordination right now. And for the 360 layout, 360 layout is the, I'm not sure whether you have the knowledge of the laser scanner or total station, which means once your drawings or the models has to turn into the real construction, you have to do some setting out on the site. So you have to do, you have to use our 360 layout to help you, which brings the Revit model to our site. Later on, I will do a record, do a YouTube video record, because I'm working with a company named Topcon. Topcon is also a laser scanner and total station supplier. So later on, I will do a workflow and then record on YouTube. And for BIM 360 plan, because of all our construction, we have to plan how to build it. We have to prepare a program named Master Program to plan all the stages of the construction and the logistic, etc. So we can use BIM 360 plan to help us. For the field management and classic field, which means just like what I mentioned, it is all about safety issue, checklists, and RFIs, etc. And for the building ops, which is related to FM, facility management. Okay. So if you want to know more details of BIM 360 and how to get started on it, you can go to this website to study. Because today we only have 1 hour to do the introduction, I believe you have to spend more time to study it, or refer to my YouTube video later. And this is the release logs of our latest changes and development of BIM 360. Okay. Skip this one. And I think this line is very important. You can do a screenshot or take a photo of it. This is the b2.autodesk.com, b2.autodesk.com, which means you, you have to, if you have to access your BIM 360 project, you have to go to this website by Chrome, Firefox, or Safari. The most common web browser is okay. Most importantly, which means you have to create your student account. I'm not sure how many of you have created your student account. Let me go back here. If you want to create a student account, you have to go to autodesk.com, and then you have to do this one, go to sign in, and then follow its procedure to create the student account. To get the Revit license. Revit, I remember we have 3 years license for students, which is free. So if you're not sure how to do it, you can go to my YouTube channel. So this is YouTube, and then you type HK and then space with the space BIM, HK BIM 香港建築信息模型, and click here, or you can click my name here, and you can find that I have create different trays of videos. Actually, in September last year, we have done the BIM competition for the secondary school student, and I have recorded a series of videos. And this one is how to register the student account and install Revit 2019, so you can follow the step in this with this 10 minutes videos. Okay, go back to our slides. Okay, once you have logged in to BIM 360, you will find that the user interface is somehow similar as this one, but not exactly the same, because you are not account admin in the project assigned to you. You will find that I will show you the example later on. So it will be somehow similar as this one, this user interface on the website. And this panel is, we name it as module selector. Module selector. And the most, I think that you use the most is the document management. Here, this one. And okay. Actually, let me explain the structure of the BIM 360. So assume this is the BIM 360, our company, which, for example, named Autodesk. This is the Autodesk BIM 360 Hub. And then under this BIM 360, we have the account admins. So I am the account admin because I have to create different projects, and different projects can have different project admins. Different project admins can help me to assign or remove members and manage all the permissions or documents inside the site, BIM 360 site. Okay. So, and everyone in this BIM 360, you can also go to the project home, this module. And so in this project home page, you can find the basic details of your project, and the checklist or submittal items, requests for information, RFIs, document issues, field issues, etc. Yeah. Okay. So let's study more details of BIM 360 docs. For the docs package, we have the document management module, and the 5 major functions of docs is to create folders and set permissions of those folders. And we have the review and approval workflows. For some people, they submit the documents or models for the owners to approve or reject. And also we can use the document transmittals, which means once the documents or the folders has been approved, then we can just select and then pack the document set to the team members. Okay, and then they can receive the email notification and got the link of the zip folder to download. Also, when we have put all the documents or drawings and information inside our BIM 360 docs, the document management module, we can start to review our information, such as do some markups. Markups is just you write something here to point out the problems, and everyone can see the problems. However, it is not ideal because you just mark up the issue, mark up the problems, but no one, you haven't assigned who should answer your question and no deadline. So that's why we have the issue management. Issue also means you have to mark up or circle something, but you can assign to someone to ask him or her to answer your question within, with a due date setting. This is the issue management. Also, we can do versions compare. Versions compare, which means you can compare drawings in different time, or you can compare the roof floor to the ground floor. And we have the request for information, RFIs workflow, if we have the BU package, but in this practice, in this competition, we only use docs and design, so we just skip it. And most importantly, it is the connected BIM workflow, which is the foundation of our connected BIM, the document management. You can see this diagram. It shows you a clear concept. So this is the BIM 360 site, and in the bottom is the document management module. All things should be stored in this platform. And then if you want to do design collaboration, Revit design collaboration, you have to put all the file here, and then we have the function here, or the do clashes, model coordination, all based on the document management module. Okay. So inside the document management, you will find that we have two default folders. One is plans, and then the other one is project files. For plans, which means you can put all the plan, 2D plan or PDF plans inside this folder. And then even you can do Revit plans if you have any. So it will automatically extract all the drawings inside this BIM 360. For example, if you have a PDF file which contains about 500 drawings, 500 pages of drawings. In the past, you may have to export or print another 500 times of that PDF file. However, but in our BIM 360 platform, you don't need to do it. You just drag the folder, the PDF folder with 500 drawings here, and then we have the we can automatically extract the drawings for you, filter in our platform. So it is quite clever. However, in our competition, we will not use plans. We will jump to the project files for you to do the Revit collaboration. Revit collaboration, we only use the project files. So inside these files, we will have the use Revit, and we can upload some image or miscellaneous documents here. So let me show you our BIM 360 Hub. So this BIM 360 Hub, later on you get the email invitation from CIC. So because in this competition, as I know that we have 48 teams, about 218 candidates, 218 students to join this competition. So I will set up 48 teams here. However, you can only see your own team project. So please, you know Shelley is the coordinator of the CIC for this competition. Please submit your email with the team leader of the BIM 360, and then I can assign you the appropriate right to access our BIM 360. Okay. So I would like to do some demo later. Let me continue my slide at the moment. So, okay. I would like to skip this one. By the way, another important installation you have to do is the desktop connector for BIM 360. With the BIM 360 desktop connector, you don't need to go to the website every time to synchronize, to upload your models or drawings. You just need to go to this BIM 360, this path, and then just drag some documents on your desktop, and it will synchronize to the BIM 360 platform. Okay, so to install this desktop connector, you have to go to, okay, just assume you have successfully entered this BIM 360 website. You just click on this question mark, click on it, and then go to the document management help. Just type desktop connector. And you can find the install desktop connector here. And go to, right now we only support Windows. So click on it, and then it will tell you to save a file, and then you save, and it will run automatically. So you can see that, let me take a look of it. So this is my computer. Once you have installed, you will find that there is a BIM 360. The BIM 360 team is the old platform. You just need ignore this one. Inside this BIM 360, you can click on it. You will find that the Synchronize scan will be your hub. The two other hub is another thing. So you ignore this two. Synchronize scan, and then you will find CIC BIM Competition 2019 student. And then you'll find your own project with different folder. ARC stand for architecture, STL stand for structure, MEP stand for mechanical, electricity pumping. Okay. Okay. By the way, for you to use BIM 360, you have to, on your computer, you don't need to install anything. You just have to measure okay. And then for your tablet or Android phone, you can download this BIM 360 app. We have so many other BIM 360 app, which is they are for the classic platform. So just download this one. Okay. If you want to know more of the document management, you can copy this link or take a picture of this link, and then we'll have about 7 short videos for you to follow. Okay, let's go to the design package. When you use the BIM 360 design, you will have to remember we have two things or 3 things. Actually, the first one is Revit 2019. And then the second thing is the design collaboration module. But in this practice, we don't need to use this one. Just ignore this one. And the other one is collaboration for Revit, which means also named as C4R, C4R, for you to synchronize your Revit model to the cloud. In the BIM 360 website, it will show it the design collaboration here. I think I have to explain more in details of different collaboration scenarios, so you have more concept of what is design collaboration. Because design collaboration doesn't mean that you just synchronize your desktop model to cloud. It's a collaboration. This is only one of the collaboration scenarios. Actually, when you work with these different companies, the scenario will be more complex. Okay, let's take a look of this one, this diagram. So assume this is the owner of the project. They have the demand to create a building, and this owner has assigned the task to engineering firm, architectural firm, and general contractor or MEP. When they are doing their own work, they went quite well and smooth. However, when they have to collaborate the tasks, for example, they have to use FTP to send back and forth of the CAD files or Revit files, and then they have to use email or WhatsApp for communication, which is not ideal because so many data loss or human errors will happen during the process. So that's why in current practice, many people or many our BIM practice, they also think that clash detection is very important. However, I'll tell them, if in the beginning your execution plan, your BIM execution plan and standard are well written, and you know you have the single, the common data environment, the CDE platform, and everyone, their design is follow the others' design. Why there are still many caches? It doesn't make sense to me. So, because they have so many caches, because they are using the old practice, they don't have the single platform for communication and store the models. That's why our cloud platform can help them to streamline all things. This is the cloud platform, and this is architectural team and structural team. And this platform, they store all the files here, and also with different versions control. Version control. So everyone, they're on the same page, working on the same page, and understand what versions they're following to do their work, and no argument anymore. This is the most ideal situation, of course. And okay, go back to the BIM 360 design. Major goals or major functions of this package. The first one is the Revit work sharing on the single platform, just like what I mentioned. And it also not only a platform, it is also a management tool for your BIM projects. And the third one is to keep track and monitor all the teamwork progress. We have the collaboration design loop, I'll explain later. And okay, so we also have to upgrade Revit Cloud model. So this one is not related to us in this competition, which means if I have some old version Revit models, let's say we have Revit 2018 model in our project, and maybe a few years later we have Revit 2020, Revit 2020. I want to upgrade into the new version. In the past, we have to download every item and then manually upgrade to the new version. But right now, because all our models are stored in the cloud platform, our cloud engine, which is very clever, it can help us to identify the old versions and then automatically sync or upgrade to the new version of Revit. And then we can also mark issue even we are working on the real-time model. Okay, very important thing is we have to use the Revit 2018 or 2019 for this new BIM 360 platform. We have to use the document management and design collaboration modules. So this is the real practice of how do you synchronize your model to cloud. I will skip this one because I will do the demo later. Skip this one. I'd like to explain some scenario to you. I have three scenarios. Assume that we are working in the same company. This company may have maybe 3 or 5 teammates, colleagues, and then we have to work in the same models. In the past, we just create a folder in our company drive, and then everyone do the work sharing in that model, in the central model. And for now, we can just do it by the collaboration for Revit, the BIM 360 design. So everything we can store it on our cloud. And then we can keep track of the version and who upload the models. And even we can know that who uploaded the model with the details here. The details should be typed by the modeler. And this mini code here, which is the version, you can always restore the previous version if necessary. Okay. I would like to explain something. In the cloud, I just mentioned we have a person, and then we work in Revit using C4R, Collaboration for Revit, to synchronize our model from desktop to the cloud. However, imagine we have a good practice. We save the model every 30 minutes or with any significant changes. So every time or every day, we may have about 30, 50, it may be 100 different versions on the cloud, right? So when we access to the cloud, we will find that, wow, you have 100 versions for a single day. This is not, this is very difficult situation because I cannot identify what happens in your model, why so many versions. And this is quite messy. So this is the invisible version on the cloud, only for the Revit modelers. The Revit model owners can view the versions by inside your Revit, and then you click the view versions here. Inside the Revit, this button, collaborate, and then manage cloud models, and then you select your project, and then go to the view versions, and you'll find the Revit synchronized version, which has so many, about 24 versions here. You can see that. And if we want that people to view our models on the cloud, just like this one, this is the browser from Firefox. We have to do an action, which means publish. Only we publish the model, we can see that published models, and different parties can see the published model on the cloud. So we have to click a button here. Okay, let me go back. When we go to the view versions, okay. This one, this very small box with the upside arrow, which means the publish. Only we click on this publish icon, we will have the published version on the cloud. So you will ask, who should publish the model? Actually, it should be the team leader, architectural team leader, structural team leader, MEP team leader. Maybe you publish once a week or 3 days, once every 3 days, or significant changes. Or before you have to coordinate your project, you should publish. Otherwise, don't press this button. You just need to click on maybe this one here. When this is Revit 2019. When you have some changes here, you have to click on this button, this box with the green circle here. When you click on this box, which means you have to go through a few processes. The first one is save a model inside your desktop computer, a cache file, just a backup. You don't need to care about it. And then the other one is to the model, the Revit will go to 360 to sync the latest changes. For example, you have changed something, you sync to a central model on the cloud, or others. Maybe you have other classmates help you to do the architectural models, so you can sync his or her changes. So this you will see this dialog box here. after you have synchronized the models by this button, you can go to the view versions here to check your progress. And once you have once you have published the model, you will see that on the website. And for example, you have published to version 4. You can select the compare version function in BIM 360. I would like to compare version 4 to version 2, and it will have a chart here to show how many items, what items are added, what items has removed, or what item has been modified or affected by other changes. Okay, another scenario, which means assume that you're working in the MEP company, the consultant firm, and this consultant firm recently has got a new project named Project 01. So this is the drive, the company drive of this MEP consultant firm. I create a Project 01 inside this database, and then this company has 4 teams of 4 people, each team representing the discipline. For example, this is the drainage, this is the fire discipline, and this is the electricity, this is the mechanical for this Project 01. And they are also the model owner of this Revit model. For now, it looks quite simple, right? However, when they have to link each other's file, it becomes the relationship becomes very complicated, because, for example, this drainage has to link the fire, link the electricity, link the mechanical inside this company drive. Basically, you cannot track what happened inside these dotted lines, because, for example, I don't want to modify the file or disrupt the file here. So I have to copy another file, another Revit model into my desktop. So I just link with this file Revit model. However, this team has just, after the drainage team has copied my Revit model, I just upload another version of fire model. So the drainage team, their version of the file model is not updated. Or if the other team is very careless, they just delete or move my Revit model. So this is not ideal for collaboration. I cannot track what happens here, and I have no control of all this relationship. And the other problem is, actually, you can foresee as a BIM manager, you can foresee that the Project 01 would be expand when the project has one maybe half year or 2 years, the database has been growth, and then the IT has to buy another extra storage and set up. So this is the potential cost and money, potential cost and time. If we can use the BIM 360 Cloud, we do the similar thing. Maybe I simplify the case, just have 2 disciplines here. I set up 2 subfolders, and these two, Team A, Team B, they synchronize their model by C4R, and they can also link their models with each other because the models are in the same page in the cloud. However, the folder, for now we have the permission. We have 5 gray permission, which allow, for example, I only allow this pumping team to view my model only, but not upload anything or edit anything. However, I can benefit from him, or that he can benefit from me, because he can always get my real-time model to do his work. Okay. So this is the benefit of using BIM 360 inside the companies with different teams scenario. So we have unlimited storage, and we can always view the file history different versions of Revit. And also, most importantly, is to manage the different models relationship and the access right control. Another more complicated scenario, you can just listen for your reference. In real life, for a project, we may have different parties, architectural team, structural team, MEP team. They have to apply this design collaboration loop, which has 4 steps. The first step is WIP, work in progress. The second one is share and publish the package or models. The third one is consume. Consume is once the other team has got your share package, and they can decide whether to consume, or which means use your model or package. If they confirm to use your model, they can link your models to their own work in progress folder. So I will have this chart to show the concept. For example, when you start a model, architectural designer has to use C4R to synchronize the model on our document management, which has a WIP folder. And maybe 1 month later, the model is mature enough to share with other teams. The architectural team has to share the package inside this share folder in our BIM 360. And then this time, structural and MEP team, they can join the project to take a look of whether the share package is what they want. If yes, they can click the button in BIM 360 to consume the architectural model, which means you don't need to copy and paste anymore, because we have the automatic system or mechanism to do the copy and paste for you. So right now we have how many? Can you guess how many architectural models here? We have the first one, architectural model, and then they have published. This is the second one, and then they have the third and fourth one. However, they have no relationship in this folder. So if structural team just change the architectural model here in their own consume folder, it will not affect the architectural team work in progress model. However, it also would classify the version of the model. So I think this is the very good workflow for the PM project manager to manage the workflow or collaboration between different teams in a mega project. So maybe 2 months later, structural team and MEP team, they work on their WIP model based on the architectural model, and this time they can publish the share package in the BIM 360 platform. And the architectural team right now, they have the structural and MEP models inside their own consume folder, and then link back to their own work in progress model. And you will see that inside the design collaboration, different color lines or swim lanes representing different teams. So in this project, we have 5 different companies, each lines representing their works. And the bubbles, the color bubbles, solid color bubbles, is the package they have published in BIM 360. And you can see that some empty bubble. Empty bubbles means that they have published the package in BIM 360. However, when others take a look, explore the model, they can explore the 3D models here or the drawings here. If this is not what they want, they can just skip this one. They don't publish. So everyone knows that this package hasn't been used by anyone. And also there are bubble with half empty, half solid, and with the numbers, which means you can find that this timeline is so short to representing a project real time. So which means there are several projects here at this time slot, maybe 3 projects here. Some has been consumed by others and some haven't. For example, once the team has published the package, the other teams can always go to the timeline and click the bubble and to export the models and click the compare buttons here. Some blue button here, I think that. And they can find that this package, when they compare with the previous package, it has what item has been changed here. So they can decide whether to take or consume this package. Okay, so the previous, I've talked about many things, the design collaboration group. Actually, those information are related to our document management. The folders has been set here. You can find that the 01 ARC, which means the architectural team, they have their own WIP folder, they have their own consume folder. And we have the share folder, which is a public folder for all to access. Because right now I'm the project admin of this project, so I can see all the folders. However, if only for example, only for structural team, I can only see STL folder, these folders, and share folder. I cannot see or access MEP or architectural folder. Okay. This is the design collaboration of architectural team. I can find that my timeline is here. All are solid because I'm the creator of this architecture model, so it must be solid. And in the share folder, this timeline, I have different bubbles. Some MEP, this may be MEP, and this orange one is structure. I haven't consumed the folders. Okay. Oh, some new function has been added in our design recently. I can also mention to you. In our first scenario, I've mentioned about publish our Revit model on cloud. Actually, it was this manual publish, and for now we have the automatic. Or, for example, if some team they forget to publish before the coordination meeting, as a PM, project manager, I can go to the BIM 360 website directly and then click on this update to latest, which means I have to force the architectural team, for example, to publish their version model to our BIM 360. Or I can even schedule a publish. So everyone, let's say we have to publish on Friday at 1 a.m. So they don't have to publish anymore because I have forced them to publish or schedule the time slot for them to publish. Okay. Okay, I have done my PowerPoint. I can go to this. Now you can see that my BIM 360 website. Let me do it once again. Once you have offer your email to Shelly for the team leader. Please tell us because I'm not sure. Maybe later on, Shelly will do an Excel list. But anyway, you have to provide the information, just like this one. You have to tell me who is the project leader. Sorry. This is the name of the team. And then, for example, John, Alex, Ken. And then, for example, John is the project leader, right? You have to mark this one for us. And please offer the Autodesk email, Autodesk account email. Tell me, because I want to assign the license to you. You have to give me this information, okay? And also, one more. You have to tell me who is architecture, who is structure, who is MEP. Okay? When we start our project, I have the Revit 2019 here. Let me close the project. Okay. Where's the project? We go to b2.autodesk.com. Okay. Let me sign out first. Sign out. When you go to the b2.autodesk.com, it requests you to sign in. When you sign in with your email, actually you will get the email invitation later after I have assigned the license to you. And you will have your website will show this user interface. Somehow similar as mine, because I'm the project admin, I can see everything. So you go to the document management. One important thing is when you use the BIM 360, remember, make sure you have the network connection. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Okay? And let me go to the 00A webinar demo. Your project will look like this one. I have set 01 ARC for architectural team, 02 STL for structural team, 03 MEP for building service team. And you can put all the information that may be helpful to your work in the in folder, just for your own reference, okay? And then for the out, you can put maybe some word, some video, some picture that you will submit. You will submit to CIC. Okay, so this is the basic of the BIM 360 introduction of the interface. So I go back to Revit 2019. This is the Revit 2019 user interface. After you have installed the Revit, maybe some of you haven't used the Revit 2019. Don't worry about it, because you will have a training session later on, and you can also have some sample models to play around. So let's take a look of this one. When I go to open, and then you'll find some sample files here. And we have about maybe 20 files here. You can click on some, remember, the RFA is the Revit family file. The RVT is the project file. So we always use RVT. You can, for example, use this one, advanced sample project. Click on it, open. And this is the Revit model, which is in the camera view. We can click on this default 3D view. And then here. This is the Revit model. You'll find that the left one, there are some panels here. The properties, for example, I click every item, all the information will be show up here. And the project pulser, which is somehow like the menu of the restaurant. All the families contained in this project pulser. And for the top panel, which means we name it as ribbon. You find that the ribbon has a different tab. We have architectural tab, structural tab, steel tab, and system. System is for MEP. Okay. For our collaboration, for example, if we want to synchronize this model to BIM 360, let me use another file. Okay, this file, I'm ready. Assume that I'm architectural team and I'm ready to synchronize my model for others for structural and MEP's team to work on it. I can do collaborate, type collaborate, and then click on this one, collaborate. And then go to in BIM 360 document management. However, one more important thing is you have to log in here. I've already logged in. Let's do it again here. And then you change to a cloud icon and then OK. It will ask you to select the hub. I select the Linux CAN. Go to the CIC BIM Competition. Go to my 01 ARC and then initiate. Actually, I should select another folder, sorry. Oops. Maybe I change the name of this file because I've already synchronized the same name. Save as project. Collaborate. And then this dialog box will pop up, and then you have to wait for a while. Okay, so we don't use the 00A, we use the 00 sample project here. Because I haven't assigned the permission. Okay. We just upload the model here. This is the previous one I upload in 6:30, about 6:30 before this webinar. So once this ARC001 has been finished, the upload or synchronization process, you will find that this folder here. It will pop up here. Okay. And right now it is still processing because you see that I cannot click on it. For the old one, this one I've uploaded previously, I click on it. You can view that the model on your web browser. And in this web browser, you cannot edit, but you can view or do markup. Markup is here. Just for example, do some markup. Create issue, markup or issue. You see that the toolbar is here. I just circle. Use the pen. Oops. Okay, maybe this one, the car. And then save markup. And you'll find that the record will be pop up here. And you will see that this is still a pirate, which means only me can read this markup. When I confirm this markup, I can publish. So all team members can view this markup right now. Okay, if I close this one, you can find that in our document management, this menu, we have the markup. This column has markups. So I just click on it. And I click like the Revit model. I click on this one. You'll find the record is here. And for the issue, let me do an issue. Before we go to issue, I want to use this button. This is the level, which means for visualization purpose, I click on the level, and then I just want to see the 01 entry level. Okay. And then I can create an issue. I have to put a pinpoint in that location, and then I can input the information of the issue. For example, change the table types. Assign to someone. For example, assign to ADSK structure. Due date, I request him to reply me on Friday. And then I can select the root cause if necessary. Okay, and then I create. And then that person will got my email for this issue. And then they can always click on this, click on this issue, and then keep track of what happened inside the project. And for now, we go back and then to see the project home. You see that the issue icon is here. You see this project home dashboard? It will mark that one issue has been recorded here. Change the table type. So I click on it. It will bring me back to the relevant document in BIM 360. Okay. Good. Okay, let's go back to Revit. So it has complete the synchronization. Okay. And right now you find that the collaborate, these two buttons are on. We click on the manage cloud models. And then go to our project. You will find that this model has been synchronized and has been published. For example, I would like to, by the way, I go back to the BIM 360 at the moment. Go to the folders. This is the model we just upload. If I want to make some changes and then synchronize to 360, let's see this one. And we go back to Revit. For example, I want to create something. I create it becomes curtain. Okay, we have created these walls here, and then I click. I'm not click the save. I click the save. Save is for the local desktop save, and then we have to synchronize to BIM 360 and save to local. We click on this button, and for for a good practice, we have always type some comments, maybe 1 or 2 sentences. And you find that this path cannot be changed on the cloud. And then OK. Okay, now we go back to BIM 360. And then I refresh this page. By the way, you will find that the first synchronization is the V2 because the V1 is our desktop version. The first time we synchronize to BIM 360 is V2. And now we click on the ARC001. You'll find that there are no walls here. Why? Because when we click on this this collaborates, we go to manage cloud models. We have to click on this project and then to check our versions. This one. This very small icon here to view versions. We found that actually we have sorry. It should be this one because I have 2 models. These view versions. You find that I have the added walls which has been already synchronized to BIM 360. And if I want it to be viewed on BIM 360, we have to publish. To publish, we have to click on this button. You see that very small, publish latest. And then publish. Just in case you have to work in different models, you can click on this, publish all. So you don't need to click one by one. So it takes some time for it to publish. During the process, we can go back to BIM 360. Let's see, it will change to V3 later. You can find that some radio button here, the docs button. When we click on it, it has some functions here. Just in case you are not sure when your teammate will be upgrade or upload or just create something new in this folder, you can always subscribe. So when everyone just has some changes or upload to this folder, you will get an email notification immediately. So you can subscribe or unsubscribe anytime. And also for the team leader, for the project team leader, please pay attention of this one. You have this task, which is to assign the permissions of different folders. For example, I have the members. What do I mean? Right now, I have maybe 3 people in my team, which is the ADSK001, this one, and ADSK002 for structure, ADSK HA003 for MEP, and then go back to my folder. And each one has to be responsible for their own team folder. Unless you guys you trust everyone, so you don't have to set permissions. Otherwise, I'll advise you to set the permission for each member. Expand this one. You click on it, and then you find the permissions here for this folder. And right now, just ignore the Lee Ken, Carol Poon, and Waikiki. We focus on these three members. You'll find that some members, Carol P is the actually is the ADSK 001. He is the leader of the ARC model. So this folder permission has 5 grades. This is the upload only, view only, upload plus view. Upload, view, and edit. And the other one is the control. Control means he can remove or add people anytime. So because the project admin is Carol Poon here, I want to control these 3 people. How do they work in this folder? For Carol PP, I allow her to upload, synchronize the model to BIM 360. So I grant this control, this grade of permission for her. For the other MEP and structural team member, I only allow them to view my model only, to link or view only. They cannot edit or change anything in my model, so I just set them here. For the 02 structure permission, you will find that Carol PP becomes view only. And the team leader, ADSK HK002 is this one. This one has this permission, and the other 2, the MEP only have view only. For the MEP folder permission, let's go to ADSKP is the 003 member. It has the edit, upload, and view permission, and the other 2, architectural and structure, only can view my model only. So the same rules apply to these 3 people. So for the project leader, please help me to set up your permission, your team permission. Okay. And for the in folder, you can set because everyone can edit, can upload, so you can set the full function for every team member. And for the output files, you have to decide who will be responsible for the submission. Okay. And let's go back to our ARC001 folder model. Okay, you see the version has become V3, and then we click on it. After we publish, we found that the new items are here. Okay, so we can do some comparison. Comparison is this icon, compare. Click on it. It will compare from the left-hand side is the V3 version, the right-hand side is V2 version, and then compare. And our cloud engine will automatically calculate the differences. The green bar here is processing. Okay. You can find that the new item is here. You can always turn it on or off. Nothing has been removed or modified. So this is quite handy for you. And it also lists the specific item with the element ID here. Very clear information. Also, if necessary, you have to, you may need to create some drawing. I don't remember whether you have to create drawings for your competition. But let's go back to Revit. Inside Revit, you can create the drawing sheets here. Inside this sample model, we have the A1 floor plan. You find that there is one drawings. However, we cannot find it on our BIM 360, right? Actually, it can be shown up here. When we click on this one, you can see the 3D for the 2D. It has nothing because we haven't done a setting, which is the published settings. We click on this button under the Collaborate, and then we can create new drawing set, or we can use this one, and then click on the drawings we want to upload to BIM 360 as well, and then save and close. Save and close, and then synchronize once again. Publish drawings. Okay, let's go back to publish again. Actually, I think that this is quite annoying to publish manually. So we can try this new function on, but no way, you are not using the design collaboration at the moment. Because in a more complex scenario, we will use the design collaboration. But for our competition, we are not going to use this one. You'll find that it is empty or nothing to see. So we use the manual publish function again. Sorry about that. Cool. Publish. Okay. After it has been published, you can click on this link. It will refer you directly to our BIM 360. Or you can go back to our BIM 360 to refresh. And then you will find that the V4 version is here. And then let's see whether the drawings is here. And you see the loop? Let's wait for a while. By the way, in my YouTube channel, for BIM 360, you can go to this BIM 360 2018 to 2019 video, but unfortunately it is in Cantonese. For the English version, let me show you. For the English, you can go to this one, English channel, or you can type, let me try, Autodesk Building Solutions. Right? Autodesk Building Solutions, which means we have different kinds of software for building or infrastructure projects. But for, please wait for a while. Let me copy this link. Yeah, this is the BIM 360 Design Essential Workflow. And then you can take a look of it, about 11 videos, very short videos, about 1 or 2 minutes, everyone. Okay, let's see. For the 2D drawings, now you can see that the 2D drawings is here, and then we click on it. And you will find that it is very interesting because these Revit drawings, they are dynamic, not static. Because when you click on the items here, let me try to click on the door or the stair. There. And you can go to the properties in these two bars. It'll show you the information right here. the floor, the relevant information is here. It is very intelligent. Okay, so you can also print out this 2D drawing by the web page if necessary. So sorry for the overrun, and this is all for the BIM 360 introduction. I will post this video on my YouTube channel. Once again, you can go to the YouTube and then just type HKBIM and then find me, my channel, and then click on my name. And I put it here. Okay. So thank you very much for today's participation. And if you have any question, please feel free to ask me now. You can you can type in your question on the chat box. Okay, from Tim, the question is, can I sync the file with BIM 360 using Revit 2018 instead of 2019? Do we need to download desktop connector for competition? Okay, for your first question, the new platform only apply to Revit 2018.3 or later version, which means Revit 2018.1.2 doesn't work with the new platform. And for the desktop connector, I would suggest you to download it, but it is not necessary. It is just much more convenient for your synchronization to BIM 360 for your work. Okay, another question from Werner. Will our progress or activity on the BIM 360 be assisted for the competitions? Actually, as I know that CIC only mark or score your project after your submission. We will not keep track of your progress. So the question from HP. So the registration for BIM 360 will be sent in email later. Actually, the first step you have to do is to send your Autodesk registered email and your team leader, just like what I have told you. You have to offer the information of your team member, who is the project team leader, and who is who responsible for which discipline, this information. And then once we have this information, we will assign the BIM 360 license to you for you to access. And sorry, for you to access, and you get the email invitation later on. From Renner, yes, it is the final output will be accessed. And also from Gordon Mac, we can access to the Auto 360 only if you approve our Autodesk account. Because right now I can't open the Auto 360 web page. Sorry, you mean BIM 360, right? BIM 360 web page, it keeps asking me to open an account, but I already have an Autodesk account. Actually, you have the license. You must have the license to access. For now, you don't have the license of BIM 360, so you have to do another setup. If you still have question, you can email CIC. We will help you to fix it. Okay, from Yuki Jun, can one member do both architectural and MEP work? Yes, exactly, you can do so. But this is not the purpose of the project of our competition. Our competition is for you guys to collaborate with each others. Okay, but anyway, you decide by your own. Okay, Shelly is here. Yes, Shelly will help us to coordinate later on. And actually, the slides and videos information are sent to Shelly, and she will distribute to all of you. And the email of CIC is Shelly. Shelly will send you the email for the notification. Okay. Or Shelly, do you want to provide your contact email for the students? Okay, Shelly's or CIC's email is this one. Let me type here. So you can find Shelly Lam if necessary. Do you have the contact number for them, Shelly? Or just email is fine. Oh, okay. The number is 21009567. Or another contact point is Michelle. Okay, so if you don't have any more questions, that's all for today's sharing. Thank you very much, and good night.